I would like to say hi and thank you for letting us come out to do our HUD training with you guys. I'd like to introduce Chris Dawson. He's actually the broker at Just Right Real Estate, and I'm Christine Newhouse. And just start by saying this is an overview of HUD, and there's going to be details that will be in a packet that we're going to hand out at the end. So, and then at the end of the presentation, we'll also have questions and answers. So, I guess we'll get started.
All right.
Oh, you introduced it too, didn't you? Okay. So, want to start with the HUD sales team structure. HUD has broke it down into 4 different departments. Your mortgage compliance manager, and there is one mortgage compliance manager, and that person is responsible for keeping HUD's best interest in mind throughout the process. And then you had 3 field service managers, and their main job is property management and preservation services. They're going to be the ones that do the initial property inspections, and do any repairs that are required in advance. They're also going to do the initial winterization of the property. And then there's 3 asset managers. Those 3 asset managers are PEMCO, Home Telus, and Matt Martin Real Estate. And I want to say that we work mostly with PEMCO, so a lot of the information in our packets is directly PEMCO, but they follow HUD basic guidelines, so there's going to be some minor variances between the 3, but for the most part, the steps taken are going to be the same in the process. And then HUD has one designated closing agent, and that is Northwest Title, and they do all of the closings on HUD properties throughout the nation.
Okay.
Kind of go over what a HUD home is. A HUD home is a 1 to 4 unit single family residence. It's acquired as a foreclosure, and it's put for sale at fair market value. When I say that, there are homes that are actually below fair market value, as we were discussing a few minutes ago. Some homes are substantially below fair market value, but at most they're going to be listed at fair market value. And they are sold as is. There's going to be no warranties or guarantees. Mm-hmm. Now, as is, you can get a home that's in move-in condition, ready to go. Just walk in and it's set up. You can get a home that needs a lot of repairs. HUD, what they will do is if it's a repair that causes a safety issue, they're going to take care of it. But if it's just a standard repair, like maybe there's a small hole in the wall, they're going to leave that. And kind of go into 3 different types of properties. There's insurable with escrow, and then there's uninsured. An insurable property is going to be a property that's going to be able to qualify for FHA funding with no repairs or minimum repairs, so it's good to go. Mm-hmm. Insurable with escrow is going to be a home that it does have some repairs that are going to be needed in order to qualify for a FHA loan, but those repairs will be done. They'll be tied into the escrow, so they will be done to make that qualify for an FHA loan. And then you have uninsured. Those are homes where the repairs are going to be in excess of $5,000 in order to qualify for an FHA loan. So those will be sold as uninsured. And then once again, homes are sold as is, so there's going to be no repairs on those homes unless it's something to make it safe, secure, and marketable. And then when you work with a client, we're always going to say getting an inspection is going to be strongly encouraged.
Okay.
Let's see. There's 4 different types of home buyers. There's going to be your owner-occupants, your investors, you're going to have your government agencies, and you're going to have your HUD-approved nonprofits. Mm-hmm. There's 4 different buying periods. Owner-occupants, you can 4 different buying periods. The first one is the exclusive buying period. That is when a home is offered to owner-occupants, government agencies, or HUD-approved nonprofits. For 30 days, they have the exclusive right to purchase homes. The first 10 days of that is going to be sealed bidding, which means they're going to collect all the bids for 10 days. After that 10 days, they're going to review the bids. They're either going to accept a bid, take the home off the market, or they're going to put it back on the market. And for the remaining 20 days of the exclusive period, this home is going to be checked nightly for bids and possibly approve one. If not, it'll go back on the next night. That's for an insured property. On day 31, that's when you can have a investor purchase the property. For uninsurable properties, there's a 5-day exclusive period to owner-occupants, government agencies, or to nonprofit associations approved by HUD. And then on the 6th day, that's when your investor can purchase the property.
Who are the exclusive bidders usually?
Owner-occupants,
Okay.
government agencies, or HUD-approved nonprofits. And then I want to stress the buyer requirements. If you have a buyer who's going to purchase a HUD home, they must occupy that home for 1 year, and then they cannot purchase or participate in a HUD program for 2 years after that. So.
Okay.
That's to be an owner-occupant, not an investor. Investors
Right.
can buy anything, or as many as they want.
So there's no cap.
No cap
Right.
for investors.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Here we have investors. This is where they can bid on day 31 for a property that's insurable or insurable with escrow, or day 6 on an uninsured property. They can bid on as many properties as they want to bid on. There's no limit.
Okay.
So, we have 4 different rounds. The first one is going to be called a lottery round. This is the first 7 days. Not all properties, I want to add, do qualify as a property to go in a lottery round. But if it is a lottery round property, it's for the first 7 days of the listing, and that's where a government agency, a HUD-approved nonprofit, can bid. You have Good Neighbor Next Door as a HUD-approved nonprofit program, law enforcement, EMTs, teachers. That's where they pay half the actual cost of the house. Now, saying that, they have to qualify for the full amount, but they will, when it's all done, said and done, they only have to make payments on half the total amount that they purchased the house for.
That's wild. I did
So,
not know that.
now, the catch is,
That's a sweet deal.
the catch is that there aren't very many lottery round houses out there. So
Yeah.
when they come available, someone's going to grab it up. They have to be in revitalization areas. And they're just very few and far between, but it is an outstanding program that's available. So,
So who covers the other half? It's just absorbed
they're
by
given
the...
2 loans.
Okay.
The first loan they pay. The second loan is it's a kind of on a 10-year program. So every year over that 10 years it goes down a slight amount. So if someone gets a home under the Good Neighbor Next Door program, they live there for 5 years. That account that goes down every year for 10 years, they're going to have to pay half that amount back.
Gotcha. So it's
But
like
if they
prorated,
stay there the
determined.
whole 10 years,
Yeah.
they don't owe any of it.
Okay. Gotcha.
And like I said, few and far between, but when they come available, it's a sweet deal.
Yeah, that's a really good deal.
There's a lot of requirements for it.
They really are.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there's a whole list. It's pretty tight.
Okay.
This is the exclusive period. I went over that with you, where that's the owner occupants can purchase homes, government agencies, or HUD-approved nonprofits for 30 days for insured or insurable with escrow, and then 5 days for uninsured. So, and then extended period. This is where it goes beyond the 30 days. Day 31 for insured, or day 6 for a uninsured. This is when anyone can purchase a home. And then, right now, we don't have homes that are listed in the dollar property in Kansas and Missouri, but, you know, there's talk, maybe the program will come back, and I thought it warranted being mentioned. Open to government agencies only. It's a 7-day period. What happens is the home reaches the extended period. Usually it exceeds 60 days on the market, so it's been in the extended period for a full month, and then they'll offer it on a dollar program. And that's a program that lasts 7 days. What it does is it encourages government agencies to buy homes and then to sell them to families who are in need, who deserve a home but can't exactly afford one. So it's a program helps to kind of boot revitalization in neighborhoods by getting a family who really wants a home.
Okay.
That'll solve the homeless problem.
Yeah, I guess it would. Kind of going over some codes: flood zone, HOA, lead-based paint. We went over insurable with escrow, and uninsurable. Want to touch on HOA, Homeowners Association. Always double check. Wait for a second. I'm already getting home. Hello. Always double check to make sure that there are no homeowners association dues. Even though the listing broker, local listing broker, does their due diligence to try and find out, always double check so your clients aren't slapped with a homeowners association fee that they're unaware of. And you guys can check old MLS or talk with title companies for that information. Wanted to also talk about lead-based paint. And a FHA loan, if you have a home that is has lead-based paint, there's a program, a stabilization program, where if the process to remove the lead-based paint is going to be $4,000 or less, HUD will actually